Czech Republic is home to over 2,000 castles, plenty of UNESCO World Heritage Sites, and an epic skyline full of medieval bridges, spa towns, and Gothic cathedrals everywhere. Whether you're here to relax, explore the outdoors, or visit the country's legendary Christmas markets, chances are you won't be disappointed. Also, find out an interesting Czech mushroom-related fact towards the end of the video. The Czech Republic has become a favorite tourist destination for so many travelers who crave something off the traditional European tour path. It is a favorite destination for those who like older architecture. It is a step back into the fairy tale world of real Europe. Here are some of the best places to visit in the Czech Republic. Prague. Prague is full of the architectural magic, Baroque palaces and Gothic cathedrals mixing in with Cubist and Art Nouveau buildings all around the city. Prague's Dancing House is an ode to modern steel and glass architecture, while its 600-year-old astronomical clock is one of the most stunning structures in Old Town. Some of the best views of Prague are actually from above: the medieval Charles Bridge Tower and the old Town Hall Tower over the main square offers views of red rooftops and the main Christmas market in winter. There's also the view from 9th century Prague Castle, which sits up on a hill, and it's the largest castle complex in the world according to the Guinness World Records. A cultural and historical hub, Prague is home to over 100 museums, including the one dedicated to local writer Franz Kafka, the National Museum with a collection of over 14 million items, and the more unique Museum of Communism. You also shouldn't miss the 12th century Strahov Library, considered one of the most beautiful libraries in the world. Český Krumlov. Český Krumlov is a smaller, more intimate version of the Czech capital and a great starting point to explore the south of the country. The city's old town center and its cobblestone streets and artsy stores are great to discover on foot. Český Krumlov's castle is a UNESCO World Cultural Heritage Monument and one of the highlights of the town, but it's the castle tower and its amazing views over the town that attract the most visitors. The Czech Republic's only Baroque theater is here. Built in 1682, it still maintains all its original mechanical stage pieces and decorations. Tickets don't come easy though. There are only 2 public performances per year. Karlovy Vary. A spa town since the 19th century, Karlovy Vary is home to many hot springs that are supposed to have restorative properties. Spas and wellness centers abound here, offering everything from classic massages to cupping to curative baths. Colorful neo-Baroque and neo-Renaissance buildings give Karlovy Vary a unique architectural look that can't be found in other cities around the Czech Republic. The Moser Museum, dedicated to the famous Czech glassmaking tradition, is also worth a visit. The Karlovy Vary International Film Festival, which has been running every summer since 1946, attracts Hollywood stars and over 100,000 movie lovers every year. The 5-day festival showcases over 200 films from all over the world. Just 13 kilometers from Karlovy Vary is the 12th century Loket and Ohry Castle, worth a visit for its turbulent history that includes a 2-century-long stint as a prison. Visitors can tour the castle to see original residences, a massive collection of porcelain and firearms, and an iron meteorite that fell on the village in the 1400s. Kutna Hora. Most visitors arriving in Kutna Hora are there to see the Sedlec ossuary, a Baroque chapel decorated with the bones of over 40,000 people who perished during the Black Death and Hussite wars in the 14th and 15th centuries. Once a thriving silver mining and processing area, Kutna Hora is now home to a few historical places that preserve the royal past. Visitors can head down into a medieval mine or visit a mining museum that recreates the life of miners in the 17th through 19th centuries. The Italian Court Palace nearby once served as a royal mint center and today is a museum of coin minting. Visitors can mint their own coins to take home and visit the royal chapel within the palace. Brno. The Czech Republic's second largest city doesn't get a lot of attention, but there are tons of interesting things to do in Brno if you know where to look. Brno's city center is dominated by the towering Cathedral of St. Peter and Paul, a great reference point for exploring the old town and its beautiful Gothic and early Baroque architecture. Brno is also home to Europe's second largest ossuary, located under the Church of St. James, as well as a famous system of underground tunnels and cellars known simply as the labyrinth under Vegetable Market. For more adventure, it's possible to take a day trip out to Moravian Karst, a stunning karst landscape home to over 1,000 caverns and gorges. Bohemian Switzerland National Park. Sandstone mountains, rock labyrinths, and deep valleys and ravines make Bohemian Switzerland one of the most stunning natural destinations in the country. The park is best known for being home to Pravsiska Brana, the biggest sandstone rock arc in Europe at 16 meters tall and almost 27 meters wide. The park sits right against Saxon Switzerland National Park in Germany, and trails crisscross from one country into the next for the ultimate hike. Liberec. The fifth largest city in the country is better known for the 94-meter-tall Jested Tower, which sits at the top of its namesake mountain. The concrete tower was originally meant to be just a TV transmitter, but it now also houses a hotel and restaurant. More adventurous travelers can hike up to the tower, but it's also possible to take a cable car to the top of the hill. Once here, you'll be rewarded with stunning open views over the Lusatian Mountains. In winter, the hills around the tower transform into over 9 kilometers of slopes for skiing and snowboarding. Špindlerův Mlýn. A ski resort in winter and a hiker's paradise the rest of the year, Špindlerův Mlýn sits near the Krkonoše Mountains and National Park. Špindlerův Mlýn is the most important winter sports center in the country, with 11 ski lifts and 25 ski slopes for all skill levels. Non-skiers can try cross-country skiing, snow tubing, and snowboarding or ice climbing a frozen waterfall. Telč. The tiny town of Telč is best known for its UNESCO World Heritage Site Town Square, a mix of colorful Renaissance and Baroque houses with high gables covered in sgravito line up the plaza here in Telč, was once a medieval water fortress surrounded by moats and gates. Back on the square, visitors can climb the tower of the nearby Holy Ghost Church for great views over the fairy tale rooftops. An even more magical view of Telč can be had from the outskirts of town, where the 34-meter-high steel Alsednice lookout tower offers not only a view of the town, but also the roof of Rostižen Castle in the distance. Holasovice. This small historic village is made of 17 Baroque farms containing over 100 buildings. Set near the protected Blanšský forest, the original buildings date back to the 1200s, though most were reconstructed in the 18th and 19th century. While the place looks very much like an open-air museum, the farms are permanently inhabited, though some of the buildings have been set up as cultural attractions. In addition to the farms, there's also a blacksmith shop and a small chapel here. Near the village, at the top of a small hill, there's also the Holasovice Stonehenge, a modern megalithic circle of giant stones created by a local builder. Although originally meant as a curiosity, it offers one of the best views over the village and is a great place to sit back and relax. Thank you for waiting patiently, lovely viewers. It is finally time for the promised bonus fact. Czechs are mad about mushrooms. The only thing Czechs love more than eating mushrooms is hunting for them. If the town is empty on St. Wenceslas Day, it's because everyone's gone fungi picking in the forest. Which one of these wonderful places would you like to visit? Comment down below and let us know your top pick. If you enjoyed the content, uplift the channel by hitting like, subscribe, and also ring the YouTube bell to meet us again in the following video. Until next time.